When agents mess up, it's usually a context problem. I'm Vishnu from LangChain, and in this video, we'll show how to manage context the right way with LangSmith's Context Hub. Context Hub gives your team and your agent a shared place to store, version, and update files that shape behavior, including agent memories and skills. Agents are shaped by three main components: the model, the harness, and the context layer. The model handles reasoning and generation, and these typically include the Claude suite or GPT, or even some open models. Then the harness is the environment in which the model lives in. It defines loop, tool usage, state handling, permissioning, and execution behavior. Popular harnesses include Claude Code or Codex, or even our open source one, Deep Agents. And then there's the context layer, the information the agent actually reads and follows, including instructions, examples, company policies, guidelines, or domain-specific knowledge. Context has an outsized impact on agent behavior. A better model or harness can help, but many failures are still context failures: missing instructions, stale guidance, or outdated policies. An agent can have the right tools and still underperform without clear context on how to use them. The challenge is where that context lives. In many teams, it's scattered across Slack threads, docs, Notion pages, or even in GitHub. Git might work for engineering teams, but it's not a great shared editing interface for everyone who shapes agent behavior. Support, ops, or other teammates might not have repo access or Git fluency, so context updates get delayed or never land. That is why we need a common ground where the whole team can read and update context in one place. Let's go ahead and jump into Context Hub. I'll go ahead and click Create Context up here and create an agent repo for our email drafter. An agent repo is just a versioned home for files that can shape one agent's behavior. I'll start by creating a simple AGENTS.md contract. Think of AGENTS.md as the operating contract for the agent, what it is, what it should prioritize, and how the agent should generally behave. This can all be edited in markdown, so let me go ahead and paste in a simple AGENTS.md file over here, and if we go to preview, it renders nicely. Call my agent, email agent, and let's go ahead and click create. And now in Context Hub, we can see that we have a simple file system with one file, just our AGENTS.md. We can see our initial commit down here, and we can see what exactly is in that AGENTS.md file. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to create memories from my specific email style. So to do that, I'll go ahead and come up here, click create, and give a path to our memories folder. So I'll go ahead and go /memories and then email. Now let's go ahead and add my email style. We'll keep it really simple to start and also enforce some negative behavior that we hope our agent can go ahead and correct in the future. So I'll say also use Bowery. And then if we go ahead and preview this, it renders nicely. And then if we click save over here, we should see a new commit in the source control. So now, if we want to go back later, we can go ahead and point back to a previous commit. And so if I go back to our initial commit over here, we won't see that memories folder. The next question is, how do we get agents to work with Context Hub as well? Well, agents can connect to the repo through the LangSmith API, SDK, or CLI-based workflows. Either way, the outcome is the same. The agent can read and write to the same memory file that humans can inspect and edit in the UI. Before we go ahead and create our agent, let's talk a little bit more about the harness that's going to be powering it. We talked a little bit about harnesses earlier in the video, and for our agent, we're going to be using the Deep Agents harness. This is an open source harness that out of the box provides planning, tool calling, state handling, sub-agent execution, and streaming. Deep Agents also has strong context handling through a default file system and tools, and the setup is provider agnostic, so harness patterns can run across Claude, OpenAI, or even open models. In Deep Agents, context management happens through file commands the harness exposes, like ls, grep, and glob. The backend is simply a storage layer behind these commands. Deep Agents supports multiple backend options behind the same file system abstraction. The most common and default backend option is the state backend, which allows for thread scope storage. So files persist while you stay in the same conversation thread, but don't necessarily carry across threads. Another common backend is the file system backend, which allows for local disk storage. That means files read and writes go under real files under a directory on your machine. We also introduced a context hub backend, meaning the same file operations are backed by a context hub repo in LangSmith. So when an agent reads or edits a file, it is reading or editing the shared version file humans can also see in the Context Hub UI. For this demo, Context Hub is the right backend because we want memory that humans can inspect and agents can read and update over time. Now you might be asking, why should we use multiple file systems? And that's because not every file should be durable. Agents generate lots of scratch artifacts while they work. We usually want these to stay local and temporary and only want the high sigma ones to stay ephemeral and carry across multiple threads. Here's the code for our email agent. We first import a create deep agent and 3 separate backends. The first piece is this backend factory function. It returns a composite backend with 2 behaviors. The default is state backend, which means that regular files that are created within a single thread stay thread scoped and local to the current conversation. Then in routes, anything under memories is backed by our context hub repo called email agent that we created previously. This gives us a clean split. Temporary working files stay local and memory is shared in context hub where humans and agents can both read and update it. We then instantiate the agent with create deep agent and set the model to Claude Sonnet 4.6. We also create one tool, the send email tool, and add an additional parameter interrupt on. This means that before the agent will run the send email tool, it will go ahead and wait for our approval. This means that we can review all emails being sent out by the agent. Now let's go ahead and run this agent locally with the langgraph dev command. This should go ahead and pop up a studio page. Now in the studio, we're able to see our agent graph over here. And if we go ahead and come into chat, we can go ahead and start chatting with our agent. I think the first thing I want to make sure is that our email drafter agent has access to Context Hub and our specific memory file. Let me go ahead and ask it what files and it should go ahead and start. It found the memories path and it went ahead and found this email style MD example. And boom, it was able to find that MD and it was also able to read it correctly. And if we go back to our context hub, that's exactly what was in our memories file. Now, as I mentioned previously, we kept this email style memory very basic. And the goal is we want our agent to learn from our interactions and basically curate this memory to our style over time. So let's go ahead and jump back to our agent and see where it's at right now. Now let's go ahead and draft up an email inviting some friends over for a bike ride this weekend through Paradise Loop. We should see the agent start to read its memories and use that to inform its decision when writing up the email. So we got a little draft over here, and there's a few things that I really don't like. I'm not a fan of the M dashes, and I like my subject lines all lowercase and this boldness. So let me go ahead and ask my agent to update my memories to take those into account. Now, as you can see over here, the agent called the edit file tool and went ahead and started to replace some of my email preferences with what we just added. And it went ahead and rewrote the email. This is a little bit better. I also think the language is a little bit too flowery, so I'm going to ask the agent to make the messaging more concise. We should see it follow the same path and make an edit to the memory file and rewrite the email. Perfect. Now let's do one final thing. The agent still doesn't know who I am, so let me make sure to update the signature guidelines. And if we look back to this thread, we see the edit file tool called 3 separate times updating the memory file. Now, if you remember the way we set up this agent, our memories directory is backed by Context Hub. So that means that the edits the agent made should also reflect in Context Hub. So if we look back at what the email style guidelines were before, it was very simple and mentioned to use flowery language. Then over the turn of that conversation, we saw that the agent made 3 separate edits to its memory file. And all of those are shown up in these commits. So the first one added some guidelines on formatting. The next one changed it to not use flowery language and to be more concise. And the last one should have updated it with a signature. So now on future agent runs, it'll pull from this latest memory and use all of these guidelines going forward. Now, to make sure that future agent runs use the latest memory, let's go ahead and redeploy our agent and ask it to draft up a new email. In this email, we should see it pull in the latest memories, and it looks like it found the memories path, went ahead and read that file, and we should see that the subject line stays all lowercase. It should sign off with my name, and it should be pretty concise. This looks pretty good. This demo shows a durable improvement loop for agent behavior. The loop is practical because updates are happening in files that the whole team can inspect. And once a files and context is updated, future agent runs can use that new guidance immediately. Quality improves because these files get refined over time. Visibility improves because context is explicit and versioned, and collaboration improves because humans and agents can both contribute updates to the same source of truth. Context Hub is a centralized store for agent context that both agents and humans can easily read from and update.